Welcome back to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Jose Furtado. In an unprecedented move, Major League Baseball is voluntarily recognizing minor league players' efforts to unionize with the MLB Players Association. The move comes after 50% of minor leaguers signed authorization cards in support of unionizing. Cronkite News reporter Nikki Pica has more on how the latest labor movement could reshape baseball.
Fresh off a labor dispute that shut down Major League Baseball for 99 days last spring, the MLB Players Association is taking steps to protect the future. Executive Director of the MLBPA, Tony Clark, is now helping the long-neglected minor league players get union representation.
The minor league players are the backbone of our industry. It is important that they have a voice at the table. It is important that they have an opportunity to voice their concerns about fair pay and working conditions.
A group called Advocates for Minor Leaguers took it upon themselves to bring awareness to minor league working conditions by sharing stories of players' experiences. Roman Collins gave up baseball after 3 years in the minor leagues.
Definitely the pay was a driving factor in me retiring when I did, just because it's not a sustainable lifestyle. I wouldn't have been able to play baseball and pay rent and basically live a normal life if I kept playing not knowing whether or not I was going to the big leagues.
Pay isn't the only struggle. Many minor leaguers have to share 2 to 3 bedroom apartments with 7 other guys. In 2021, Major League Baseball voted to raise minor league minimum wage, to have teams provide better housing, and to give players more breaks, such as Mondays off. But those who cover the game feel if even that isn't enough.
And I give credit to the minor league players themselves, because a lot of them were brave enough to speak out about how they were treated unfairly and how things were not right and how things needed to change. And that's a big risk that you take because you're a minor league player, you don't have a lot of leverage, and you're speaking out basically against your own employer.
And minor league players are getting support from those who were in their shoes not too long ago. Players like Alec Thomas, who was on the fast track to the bigs and made his major league debut with the Diamondbacks this season.
I feel like it's great, man. Before my time, I think the minor leagues was, struggling, to have decent, pay or decent, environments. I didn't really have that big of a, problem because, everything was starting to be better for, minor league players. So I think we're headed in the right direction.
There are still a lot of details to work out, but minor league players have made it clear that they want union representation. And with the recognition of Major League Baseball, the path forward might be a little more smooth. In Phoenix, Nikki Pica, Cronkite News.
The ASU men's golf team heads to Chicago this week for the Fighting Illini Invitational. However, they'll be missing an integral piece of their squad, and he's gone for good. David Puig announced on his Instagram that he is turning professional and joining the LIV Golf Invitational Series. The Sun Devil senior joins fellow Spaniard Eugenio Chacarra as the second player to join LIV from college. Puig had already played in 2 LIV tournaments as an amateur, but couldn't accept any earnings. Coincidentally, he will also be playing in Chicago this weekend for a LIV tournament and a chance to win $4 million as a pro. And ASU football suffered their first loss of the season on Saturday, losing to Oklahoma State in Stillwater. Entering their final non-conference tilt this weekend, the Sun Devils are looking to improve on their 1-1 record and make some adjustments from last weekend. Herm Edwards' squad was back at practice this morning as they prepare to host Eastern Michigan. In their loss to OSU, the Sun Devils scored just 3 points in the first half and were only able to convert 2 of their 13 third down opportunities. It's a point of emphasis at practice this week as Edwards wants to see improvement entering Saturday night's matchup.
This week, we can't struggle on third downs. We just can't. We gotta convert them because then you get a first down. Then you get 3 more plays, and then you keep your defense off the field and you can possess the ball. You have more opportunities. So that's something we've struggled with, that and scoring early, right? I mean, that's 2 factors in games.
This morning in Scottsdale, the Fiesta Bowl announced the 2022 Parade Grand Marshal. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the parade that will take place on Saturday, December 17th. Fiesta Bowl Chair Randy Norton and other members of the Yellow Jacket Committee introduced Suns broadcaster Al McCoy as this year's Grand Marshal. McCoy has been the radio announcer for the Suns since 1972. He is the Suns Ring of Honor and the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame. This will be his first time serving as the Grand Marshal, and McCoy is excited to have this honor.
It's tremendous, and having been a part of the Fiesta Bowl early and have followed the success of the Fiesta Bowl. It's kind of, I guess we could say, the icing on the cake now to be the Grand Marshal of the parade. It's going to be fantastic.
And the #1 high school safety in the state, Genesis Smith, just committed to the University of Arizona. Reporter Liam Barrett is in Chandler with one of the newest Wildcats.
Genesis Smith is a top defensive player in Arizona. The Hamilton safety is ranked 17th in the state for the class of 2023 by 24/7 Sports. Now he's the first in-state player to commit to the University of Arizona this year. Smith says the Wildcats stood out from the rest.
All the coaches, they bring a family feel to you. They recruit me hard. They really wanted me. They made a separation from all the other coaches and colleges.
The Arizona resident is excited to stay home to play Division I football, and so is his family.
They're going to try to come to every home game and probably away games as well, but I know they're happy about that.
Smith is more than just a football player. The two-sport athlete placed 7th in state last year in the long jump. His explosiveness is just one of his tools that makes him such an elite defender. And it's more than just the athleticism that translates to both sports. Hamilton head coach Mike Zadebski says playing two sports makes Smith mentally stronger.
It's so important for kids to be competitive and play multiple sports. You know, you develop your competitiveness because you're competing all the time.
Smith's hard-working mentality pushes him to be great, and it rubs off on his teammates.
Definitely pushes everybody. I mean, that's his goal, is to make everyone around him better. And, I mean, he succeeds at that.
The three-star recruit looks to anchor the defense in his senior year at Hamilton before he takes off for Tucson. In Chandler, Liam Barrett, Cronkite News.
Well, that's going to do it for today's Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Joe Furtado. We'll see you next time. Back to you, Carolina.